She gets some hours. ShiftKey. I'm getting some hours through ShiftKey. For this one facility that I go to, I know they do more, but I got counseled maybe 3 times before. I only had 60, because I did a double off top. 64 hours. $64 through ShiftKey. So I'm gonna see if I can continue racking up through this one facility, because she's giving the hours like that away. So if they getting hours like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and rack up some hours, because they always need help. And since they need help so much, and I asked for doubles right off the top. When I first went to the facility, I asked, can I do a double? And she didn't have nothing that day. But when I previous booked, I had doubles back to back. I'm like, yes. I had 5 doubles back to back in one single shift. So she even also reached out to me and asked me, do I want to do any doubles? She asked me what's my preference, and I said I do all. I can do all, because my kids, well, my child is grown, so I don't have no little ones in the house. But other than that, we're for the rack up through this one facility. So real soon, everything could be paid off for just this one income. You know how you try to make multiple incomes and stuff don't really move your way? That's how this is. But it's more this second and third that I've been doing. I've been really trying to do first and second, so I can leave at 10:30. Even though they got 2 shifts, they got one from 2 to 10, and then they got one 2:30 to 11:30. So that's kind of weird. I was also asked to do that. Can you do 12-hour shift? She told me no at the moment, because it's not. She can't really find. She said she could. Then it'd be like the rest of my hours. If it's 12 hours, like from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The rest 4 hours left, there will be nobody unless the rest of the staff pick up where I left off at. Even though everybody will be in bed, will be in night clothes already. But at the moment, she told me no. Can I do 12-hour shifts? It's just only 8s or 16s. Well, yeah, 8 and 16s. So, you know, I'm gonna write that up out too. So, this is a long-term facility. So, in the midst of all of this, I'm just gonna stick with 2 of these facilities. I normally pick up just at this one facility, because there's always hours to be picked up, and I always can get hours. So as soon as she posts them off of ShiftKey, I click it, she approve it, and then she has something else later. So I go in. You know how you go in the ShiftKey on the computer portion? You go in and when you say, it says long-term care, it say something of a search bar, but you can find the facility name or something. I click that and apply, and I see if they have a whole lot of shift open. That's how majority I do it, so I just get to clicking away. So yeah, so you know how you have your states at the top, like there's different states at the top you want to. So whatever facility that's listed underneath it, off of ShiftKey, there's a search bar that will all the facilities that you can work from. that you can work at. But in the midst of that, I erase majority of that, or I go to the other part of the search bar, and I'll just type in the facility name that I want to work in whatever state that I want to go to. And then I will see where they have hours at. Sometimes they only have just for the first, like from Sunday to Saturday, that's it. Or first, second, and third. Or I kind of see if they have it for next week as well, so I can double book myself. That's how you can get shipped. Not just on specifically on 1 week. Get it from the following week as well, or get it out the week as well, or throughout the month. But that's how I pick up my shift. If this one facility, more times it doesn't have the whole month. It just have like maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks and a half. It depends if their staff is already good. Sometimes I've been told too, the facility can actually inbox you or text you or personal DM you, something like that for ShiftKey, and ask you, do you want to pick up some certain shift. If it's first, second, or third into first, second, or third, whatever the shift it could be. So if she know, or he or she know that she'll work the shift, they'll give it to you. And that's what she did, like maybe a couple months, a couple weeks ago. So I got inbox off of ShiftKey, and I pick up a whole lot of shift like that. So yeah. The downside about it now for ShiftKey, they changing their policy. So you need to be looking out how you doing it. They did not email you, didn't email nobody. This is majority of a word of mouth. They email you certain stuff, but they don't email you this. Even though they email and said their policy might be changing, but they didn't say like the word. So in your first 90 days, and you call off a whole lot of shifts, they would just terminate you. But the killer part is they do not give you a warning either. So if you can't pick up a shift, don't pick it up. And if you can cancel in advance, go ahead and cancel in advance. Sometimes also as well, I figure it out too. If you pick up a shift in advance, no, okay, I got this covered, like a babysitter or whatever the case might be. Everything is taken care of. But soon that day come, you have to go ahead and cancel. You got to cancel the day before. But then too, if you cancel, your score go low. Your score drop down as well. So you have to watch out that part too. Since ShiftKey is changing their policy, they didn't let the person know. They didn't let nobody know. I will get y'all more into details about that because something happened, and I'm gonna ask some more questions about it with somebody else. But yeah, so you have to watch if you call off so many times. You can't call off in the first 90 days, even though you've been with the company more than a year and a half. So that was kind of weird as well. But again, ShiftKey have a lot of lack of communication on certain stuff, but their process is very slow as well. And then too, on the same note of that, when your process is slow, but you have lack of communication, but then you change your policy, you didn't let other people know that. It makes it so bad. I've been with the company more than a year. You know what I'm saying? So in that policy, they don't let you know that. So I'm getting more information. Something happened to my friend when this happened. So now she appealing the situation. So now it's weird because it's kind of like rude and wrong. Like you didn't let the person know. Like I'm messing them out. You can't cancel off in with the first 90 days or the first 60 days. The first 90 days. But they didn't let her know either. Like if she was calling off too many times. Even though she figured out she was calling off too much, but it was not like a warning or anything. You know what I'm saying? It was not like ShiftKey do, like ShiftKey or eShift. When you call off, or ShiftMed, when you call off so many times, they give you a warning, like, hey, this is a warning, this is a warning. Yeah, they didn't do that, no. And everybody wants document of proof now. How am I give you a proof for something that I can't show you? gonna give you proof of something that I can't show you? How I'm gonna give you proof of something that it was out of my control? So when your car breaks down, you want proof of that? You want me to just send you a picture that it won't start or something? Just to say your child gotta get rushed to the hospital at the last minute, have a seizure, asthma attack, whatever. You want proof of that too? It's some stuff that just be like off of the HIPAA violations. Like we still have HIPAA between employees, and most people don't understand that. Like HIPAA still goes in play because I'm employed with you. I still have a HIPAA violation. I still have HIPAA. I have my rights. But yeah, I will let y'all know that some more information. Right now, I'll get you another video on that portion. But other than that, yeah, ShiftKey, I won't say being shady, rude, lack of communication, and all the other stuff. But yeah, so that's one thing. When they changed that policy, they didn't let that known, basically. And a lot of lack of communication with that too. And plus, when there's a lack of communication with ShiftKey, they act like they don't know nothing about it. So you have to go in and look in your email or whatever stuff. Besides the stuff that's approved, now I made myself a profile with them. I have to make a profile with them because you've been really unpredictable. And this is like really a shame. But yeah. So far, but I had 64 hours. That happened to my best friend. So I got 64 hours. 64 hours out of ShiftKey. So I'm gonna see if I can get some more hours with them. But other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all take care. Good night. Talk to you later.